What? What? I haven't even properly started stream yet. Goodness. Oh, hello, Herc. Oh, and Twitch. Goodness. Alright, I just realized something. Probably... Yes, Twitch being Twitch again. Music all together. How do I... Hmm. Oh, that's... Okay, I'm gonna have to quit the game, load it back up, I think. What the heck? I don't usually get that many oh my goodness. Hi, car girl, how you doing? Also, hello, Senna, welcome in. I apologize for that. I don't know what the heck is going on. I do have ads scheduled, so... Okay, why is it not... hold on a second here. I'm trying to work out... Uh... Okay, that's... clearly not working there. Probably a good thing I didn't get rid of any of these freaking... Oh, frick. Do I have to really right click on each one and tell it to install? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. There we go. Sorry, yes, I have music playing in the background. I'm also currently making my first attempts to mod this game, so I apologize if it's taking me a bit longer to get started than usual. Don't worry, I found a really good guide, and it looks like... okay, apparently that one is... Damn, that was one that I was really hoping to use, but apparently it's a no-go. Save that, close. Which, it says needs restart, so we'll try a restart. Currently I am doing desktop. I do like playing it in VR, but... And I did do it at least once before in VR, possibly twice actually, I think. But I really did not feel up to setting up live and everything tonight so that people could see my avatar while I was in there. So tonight is actually well, three different things for me tonight. It's my first time trying to use mods on this game. It's my first time trying to play it with a controller. And it's my first time going for any length of time playing it in desktop rather than VR. I usually play it in VR when I want to play it. So now, let's see. Controller seems to be working. Although I think for moving around like this, I'm probably going to stick with mouse and keyboard. Well, that mod's working. They're all organized neatly. Yeah, the liveries one didn't work. Didn't install properly. That's fine. Not super worried about a skin mod. More the gameplay ones. Ooh, yeah, I need to try it in realistic. I'm currently on standard for this, although I will say, even without using the realistic settings, you do very much get realistic in VR. From what I remember the last time I played it. Okay, I don't have licenses for these. Don't have the logistics hall license. Not only do I not have logistics hall, I don't have long 2 either. Not to mention, I don't think my little DE2 could even get a train that long started. What are you? Long 1? Yeah, nope. Can't do you. Long 1, nope. Okay, so I guess I'm not doing any shunting. I have, you're long 2. So these are the 2 that I have. I can go to the machine factory in town, or I can go to Harbor. I'm thinking... Let's see, machine factory in town is going to be... Memory serves, that's going to be uphill. For the most part up there. The harbor is going to be mostly downhill, but then anywhere we go from there is going to be up a fairly steep grade. Harbor one is worth more anyway. So what I'm gonna do, take a look at this. 171 tons, that's well within the DE2's limits, even on a 2% grade. 48-minute time bonus. 3 cars of steel rails. It's in B60 at the moment. It's going to C2. Let's put that in my menu for now. Now. Both of these are going to be coming out from the south of the yard towards the farm, which is that direction. Wah! Which way is my locomotive actually facing? It is actually facing the right direction. Okay. Yes, I just finished a shunting job earlier. Okay, everything is disconnected. Good. Bum 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 bum. Beat 6. Oh, is that this one? I think that's this. I think that's this right here.
Agent Aria Starlight 000 is raiding with 2 agents.
Wow.
FBI, open up.
Yeah. Somebody decided to get me drenched and then blow me. I mean, what? Looking at FH54. Yes, this is in fact. So this cut of 3 cars here is in fact my load, but it's heading that way. That's gonna be fun, isn't it? Let's have a look here. Is there any... There's no empty tracks here, is there? No other empty tracks. That is... hella annoying. Let me just check. Oh, actually, no, I know how I'm going to do this. It's gonna be a little bit rough to start off with, because this puppy really needs to be going forward, because she's got a radiator on the front. But... Hello? Can't. Brake cut off. Oh. Handbrake was still on. Okie dokie. Now... there we go. Let's see. Oh. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, you know what? Controller's not working all that great, to be honest. Or at least that particular layout is not working all that great, so I think I'm gonna stick with mouse and keyboard. Luckily, I did actually kind of memorize the keyboard inputs for this stuff. So I can actually use the keyboard controls rather than having to manually grab and move each lever, which is really great when you're in it's really great when you're in VR. Like, I love the whole being able to just grab and move the levers by hand kind of thing. Yes, okay. Oh. But, for desktop mode, it's not so great trying to do it that way. Even like just looking at it and using the mouse wheel to control it can be a little bit awkward. That's not to say that their keybinds are the greatest, but let's give the controller another shot, I think. Ooh. Okay, yes, that was the brakes there. Okay, that was the train brake. B and X, okay. Oh yeah, it is fantastic being able to play it in VR. I absolutely love it, but I don't... Streaming VR is honestly a pain in the butt. Especially as a VTuber, when I kind of want people to be able to see my, my VTuber. It means I have to set up live and worry about camera angles on there and everything, and wah. Okay. Okay, yes. No, diesel mechanical, steam. Default. There we go, yeah. Default ones that has the controls for the turntable. Oh hey, there's another DE2 there. Shame I don't have the multiple units. Click, there we go. Boop. Back to diesel, electric, hydraulic. Boop. Okay. Oh. Helps if I release the brakes. Aha. Yeah, so, I forget the details, but so the one of the biggest issues with streaming anything point of view on in VR is that most games, if you just tell it to capture the game that you're playing in VR, it only captures the left eye. There is a way to use a Steam display thing to basically get a composite view that shows, essentially takes both eyes and merges it together to make a single image. I forgot how to fucking do it. I'd have to look it up again, actually, if I want to set it up for streaming in VR again. But no, that's one of the big issues, and of course, as I said, the other one, as a VTuber, in order to get my actual VTuber on screen while I'm streaming VR, I have to have an entirely another program up and running that's, I find, a pain in the butt to set up. Of course, I find lots of things a pain in the butt to set up. Right. Now, B60, okay, station map. Going into the B yard. Wrong direction. The right, to the right, to the left. Okay. Reverser. Throttle. Oh, release brake. I'm gonna rack up so much damage fees on this. Oh, I'm doing okay, DG. Thank you for asking. Thank you for stopping by. And hello, Angel. How you doing? Yes, VR is a pain in the butt, especially for streaming. Let's bring this up so that I can see what my speed is. Without having to look back at the speedometer constantly. Yeah, no, I'm doing some Derail Valley. I realized I haven't actually played it in quite a while. And I did really like the game, even though I'm not playing it in VR now, I do still really like it. Right. Slap that handbrake on. Sticker and forward. Okay. Connect. Open those. There we go. Take the handbrake off of that one. Now, why? Yes, that is a load of steel rails going somewhere. Okay, now before I do this, I do want to double check here. I am going to harbor and town. Okay, so bring up the route map. I'm going to be heading south out of Ah, right, yes, I need to... Let me just... You know what? I need to reorganize this. Let's move that. That there, move that there, move that there. Let's block these. Okay. So, world map. So we're gonna be heading south, but we're gonna be reversing south to start with. So what I want to do, actually, is use this little three-way intersection here to turn around. So I'm gonna want to reverse towards the farm, stop, and then pull up heading this direction. So, to start off with, this one south, I'm gonna want to head right. This one doesn't matter because we're merging into it, so it'll change to, it's set in the right direction anyway. So we're gonna back down there, and we're gonna pull up here, and then we're going to be turning right. That one doesn't matter. Or left, yes, doesn't matter. This one should also be left. That one should be right. Left. Doesn't matter. That takes us into harbor. Yes, okay. That should be all set up for that. Let's see. I'm so glad they added this dispatcher license though, so you can like change all the points ahead of time on the maps like that. Because last time I played, they didn't have that, and it was very much a case of having to stand in the cab with the little comm unit to manually switch all the signals as I came to them. And it was so... well... it was intense, let's put it that way. But yeah, no, with being able to set them ahead of time like this, now all I need to worry about is like speed limits. Going to C21 in the harbor. Okay, so over here, the harbor. So we need to get to yard C. That's this one. So coming in, left, yep, left, yep. Yeah, I'm probably going to want to back into C, actually. Actually, no, I can turn around after the fact. I can just, like, reverse back down the main track here and use the T intersection to turn around if I need to. So we'll just pull in at first. Oh, no. We want yards... no, wait. We don't pass through any other yards, do we? No. So we want yard C. Okay, this is an end here, so we're coming in from this end, and we wanted C2I. 2I, so that's the middle one here. Gonna want right and then left. Okay, it's already set. Yep, and then we'll just reverse up the loading line here because there's not going to be anything parked on that. There will be something parked on this one though because it's a storage yard. Anyway. Yes. Boom. Right. Harbor in town. Pick him up from B60, already done. Head to Harbor in town, drop him off at C2I. Alright. And brake off. Train brake off. Pull ahead. Gotta accelerate gently. Ah. Brain can't understand this, so I tried this, my brain would overheat and blow. It can look fairly intimidating if you don't know what everything means, yes, for sure. Okay. Okay. Send burst now. Oops, station. No, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Boop. There we go. That should take me straight down there now. Straight down the main line through the middle. Blow the whistle. It's a diesel electric DG. It doesn't have a whistle. It has a Horn, possibly, but I have no idea where that is. Oh, there it is. There you go. Yeah. I want to be careful. Speed limit through the yards is 30. Although with this amount of weight, we can probably give it a little more throttle before we have to worry about hitting 30. My goodness, why? Why would you do that? Now I've got to go and actually grab a drink from the kitchen. Why? I'll be back. Although I'm definitely thinking, next time I play this game, even if I don't bother setting up live and all you have is my field of view, with no avatar and no redeems and stuff, would you be interested in seeing it in VR like that? Well, like if I just streamed like my point of view in VR, would that be interesting for people, or heck, if I get annoyed enough with this if I get annoyed enough with the controller and the freaking 2D view and stuff, I might actually just switch to it tonight, maybe. Because if I'm not having live going so you can see my my avatar, then I don't even need to worry about putting on my full body. I just gotta get my headset and my controllers. Yeah, over this side, because any speed limits for these corners up here is gonna be on this side of the tracks. I would have to actually look up how to set up that Steam thing, though. I am backing up because I need to turn around. No, I need to go this direction, but with the way my cut was parked, I had to attach to this end of it in order to pull it out of its parking lot. Its siding. So I need to use this little T-shaped bit here to turn around. Ooh, look at that wild wheat growing by the side the track, spread up here from the farm. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll past this intersection here onto the bridge. And bring her to a stop. And then I'm gonna head back up that track there to head towards my destination. Perfect. This is gonna be interesting, because I'm doing a hill start here now. Alright. Started going, let's just double check our routes. It needs left, left, left. 3 lefts, a right, and a left. Two, 3 lefts, a right, and a left. Perfect. Signals are set properly. Oh. Need to give her more power. Yeah, she's struggling a little bit on this hill. She is only a little itty-bitty shunter, and she's got a little bit of wheel slip there. That's fine. Oh. Traction motor temps. Better back it off a little bit. Don't want to burn out my... Oh, come on. Shit. Apparently, this might have been a mistake. Hey, you know what? We'll get a run up at it. Speed limit on that? 50. Okay. Yeah, that controller's not the best for this, I don't think. I think I'll just stick with... And I'll just stick with mouse and keyboard for desktop. Okay. Some throttle. Now, we can do this corner at 50 kilometers an hour according to the posted limit. So over this short distance, with this much load on, we don't need to worry about building up too much speed for the corner. So we're just gonna give her all she's got. Gonna crank up the speed so we can get through that corner, up that hill. There we go, that's gone a little bit better. Temperatures are climbing. Come on, nearly at the top. Let's go. Okay, back off the throttle so the temperatures don't get too high. I'm not playing realistic, but I still don't want the temperatures getting too high. Just because it's going to increase the wear and tear, which means increased fees. Especially since I don't have the manual servicing thing yet. Plus 1.8 up here. Yep, there we go. Oh, fuck, this is it. Oh. 90. And it's downhill, too. But yeah, there's 60 limit on the junction up here. Possibly even less depending on the direction we're going. I'm gonna stand by on the brakes just in case. Nope, nope. It's a 50. That's fine. There's no way I'm getting up to 50 with this load anyway. Unless it's a long downhill section. Game audio might be a little bit loud on the stream. I got here. Oh, this is a downgrade. Yep. You're going downhill now. I am indeed going the right way. Yes, I have set all of the signals ahead of time. Okay, it's actually 70 down here. Oh, 80. Right, I thought that was going to be a drop in the speed limit. $100? Wow. Yeah, no way I'm getting up to those kind of speeds in this little thing. It's frickin' it's Speedo doesn't even hit 100. Speedo maxes out at 90, and when you're already 5 kilometers an hour into the red at that point. Well, hello Tilly, how you doing? Okay, so that downwards red arrow tells us that the next speed limit is going to be at least 20 kilometers an hour slower than the current one. But yeah, it's 100. Okay, so the next one's going to be at least 80 minimum. So we're going to back off the throttle just in case the one after that ends up being even lower. Yeah, 80. But no arrows, so the next speed limit is either less than 20 kilometers an hour low difference, or yeah, less than 20 kilometers an hour difference from the 80. So 60 would be a safe speed. No, there's 70. Cat girls on trains, yes. Who let this motherfucking cat girl on my motherfucking train? Sorry, Twitch. Going back up to 80 there, yeah. We do have to be careful, because I'm pretty sure we're still going downhill into the harbor at this point. $70, let's bring up the map. Yep. The blue arrow is us. This blue arrow. I should be paying more attention to any upcoming speed limits. Creeping up on 60 here. What's this? Oh, yeah. Limit here is 60, so... So the thing about these speed limits is they have a bit of a buffer built into them. You can actually get up to probably about 10 kilometers an hour faster than the speed limit actually says before you risk actually derailing. Oh shit. Upcoming section is 40. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I could have really derailed here. This curve is quite sharp. Got a short train, so my last car is probably already past that 70 sign there. I can pick up some speed again. Just don't want to take any hauls when it's raining. Not in a DE2, no. Absolutely not. Not unless I've got like a... Not until I get the multiple unit license at any rate. So, I was actually on Nexus Mods just before I started stream tonight, and there is actually a multiplayer mod available. It's still in early beta kind of stages, but it is basically a co-op mod. Generally speaking, trains don't really need suspension. The track is designed to be perfectly level. It kinda has to be honest, for the train to do its job properly. Yep. This is definitely an interesting run to make. I've actually done this. I did this route in VR last time I played, and it is very interesting to be going down this. Very interesting to be going down this route. In VR with that drop off on the one side of you right there, and the big old cliff on the other. Brake worker or is pair of engineers? Basically pair of engineers. You can each operate different trains and take individual jobs, essentially. Or you can both operate the same one if you have, like, you know, one of the old steam engines that's in the game. You know, you could have one person doing the job of the fireman and actually keeping the fire fed and stuff, and the other one just operating the controls. Although it did say in the description that it could be a little bit glitchy at times with two people operating one engine. Like, it'll work, but sometimes it can get a little Yeah, there's steam engines too, but I am dreading the day I actually try to drive one of them. Because this game does actually put a fair bit of effort into being quite realistic. And let's just say Oh shit, oh shit, 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 shit. Let's just say the old steam engines are quite a bit harder to drive than these diesel electric ones. There's the harbor over to the right there. We're almost down to water level now. I have not actually driven the DM4 yet. In fact, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I have a low number of hours in this game, so the only engine I've actually driven is the DE2, this little one that we're in at the moment. So once we get into other stuff later on, it's going to be a learning experience for me. Now, I should have my points perfectly set. Take me straight in to the yard I need to be in. Okay, there we go. We're leveling out now. Still like 40 speed limit through this corner, but it's not on a slope, so I don't have to worry about picking up unintentional speed. Also, ad starting in 10 seconds, apparently. That could work as well. Yeah, if you unlock, because apparently with the beta, the multiplayer mods, the licenses are shared. So once you pick up the dispatcher license, it's entirely possible for one person to stand there with the maps out and just set all the signals ahead of time or as you're going, kind of thing. Or, without the dispatcher mod, you could have one person driving the train and just worrying about their speed and stuff while the other person keeps an eye on the signals and the route maps and figures out, where they need to go and which direction the points need to be aligned and stuff. And then changing them as you get to them. Yes, so this middle track is the one that we need, and we are lined up for it. Perfect. And as suspected, the loading track is empty, and the storage track has a lot of fucking cars on it. You know what? I might as well just pull forward closer to the junction up there. I'm gonna have to back up on the loading track to the right there anyway, so... What was our time on this? They wanted it... The bonus was for 48 minutes. Okay. Okay. In that case, I should probably stop her here. Whoop. Oh, fuck, where the hell was the... I forget where the goddamn office was in this one again. There's the roundhouse. The heck was the... let me bring up the map. Station map. Hmm. Yeah, between C and D, so it's over this way somewhere. Oh, don't want to end up in the harbor. There it is. Green light on the top. There we go. Ah, different. Oh. Oh, fuck, I forgot to apply handbrake on the car. Oops. Eh, 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 eh. Ah, there we go. Forgot about that. It does, in fact, insist. Ooh, that was close. Almost ended up in the... Does, in fact, insist that you have a handbrake applied on at least one car. Aha! 12,000? Yes! 34 minutes. So we got it within the time limit. Okay, what I'm gonna do here... Save. I think... I'm going to actually see about setting up for VR. So I'm gonna go to my Be Right Back screen. And I'm gonna try and switch over to my headset. Yeah, so you won't hear from me for a little bit. And, well, if I'm successful, then the next time I come up, it should be in VR, and you'll just be seeing things from my point of view. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, that's the microphone up and running. Oh, alright, let's see. The VR view. I think that was how it was done. Wait, am I gonna have to... Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So if I go to, say, studio mode, bring up the game tab. Sure. VR view. Perfect. And that does in fact show... Yeah, okay, yes, got it. Excuse me. Should probably... Fuck. Not gonna let me do that, is it? Okay, I will just hide it in OBS then. There we go. Wow. Okay, now I'll boot up Derail Valley again. Oh. Mm, yep. It's only, oh, oh wow, hold up. Not sure how well this is going to work. Okay, let's try this. I just remembered the last time I did this, I was using my index. I'm not sure how well this is actually going to work with my Quest, now that I think about it. If the frame rates are too bad, I might have to go back to desktop. Because it'll, likely give me a headache very rapidly. Okay, well, I'm not... okay, yeah, there's that. Okay, let's see here. Oh wow, that's kind of awkward. Let's bring up my overlays. Oh, where's that one? Where the fuck did the other one go? Oh, all the way up there. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, okay. Close. That's slightly annoying, but I think